Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Wandering Sun, Episode 3. So yeah, we're back with another episode of this really good series. But I'm going to say right off the bat, this is a weird series for me. Because it's very good in terms of the messages it's telling, the just idea of it, how it's portraying the, I guess you could describe it as the trans experience. And I think it's doing excellently at that. But, I do have a but. In two different ways. But you only care about the one right now. In all seriousness. This show also has the unfortunate issue of its presentation and style with the genre. And what I mean is that it's a slice of life drama that is very slow paced. And don't get me wrong, that's important for this kind of story. But as a viewer, personally, it's not super entertaining, if I'm being honest. It's one of those shows that it's like, I find it almost hard to want to continue, but at the same time, I really want to continue it. Because, you know, it's a show that I deeply connect with, that is important to me because of its content. But at the same time, because of its genre and its presentation, it's almost like it's like two sides tugging at me, like a giant tug-of-war game. And I'm right smack dab in the middle. Neither side is really budging. And it's leading to the most conflicting feelings on this series. Because again, I really want to continue watching this. I really want to continue reacting to it. Because of, again, how much it means to me, how much this kind of plot, just the fact that it is a plot in a show, how much it means to me. But at the same time, it's, I guess you could say it's too relaxing. I mean, I know that sounds weird to say, but it's almost to the point where it's too relaxing. It's too calm. The only bit of what I feel it needs is more excitement, more like strong personality. Some kind of, even some kind of conflict, like a legitimate big conflict. So far, it's just been very ordinary, very basic, very simple. And again, it works. I'm not saying it's bad for doing that. I'm just saying from a viewer perspective, it's not super entertaining. And that's why I'm so conflicted. And don't get this wrong. I am not saying that it's even on watch. I don't think I will ever put this show on watch. It would have to go down a really bad direction for me to put it on watch. At the most, I might let it wait a week between another episode or something. At some point. I'm not even saying right now. But all I'm saying is that it's one of those shows that is so conflicting to me. Because it's like, today, for example, I have various things to record, and it's like, I want to get to JoJo. I really want to get to JoJo. But then it's like, no, I have to get to this. And it's like, I want to get to JoJo, though. And it's like, I'm more excited for JoJo. I'm more excited for Mob Psycho, which I also have to record. I'm more excited for High Score Girl, which, as you've seen my new update video regarding the schedule and stuff, is now on Sundays, with Loud House being moved to Tuesdays. So I have to get to High Score Girl, and I'm more excited for that. This series, honestly, out of everything I'm reacting to, is one of the least excited for I get. Okay, that was really ordered terribly. It's one of those It's one of the shows on this channel that I react to that I'm the least excited to get back to each week. And again, not because it's bad by any means, but because it's slow. The pacing is slow, and again, that's a good thing for the series, but I don't know, maybe just me personally as a viewer, I'm not as into those kind of shows that are super slow in terms of their pacing for the most part. I prefer shows that are still exciting, entertaining, enthusiastic, and full of energy all the way through, even during the slower parts. RWBY, for example. Volumes 4 and 5 of RWBY had plenty of slow stuff going on. And some people didn't like that, but I thought it was still fantastic because the characters are still so good. Even during those slow moments, they're still so well characterized, and they're so well performed in terms of the writing and the voice acting that you don't even notice it's going slow. That you don't even notice the pacing. And I'm not even saying the pacing was an issue with RWBY. It's just you don't notice it. Because at that time, it doesn't matter. Because even during those slow moments, it's still exciting. It's still entertaining. It's still full of all of that energy. But then there's shows like this, and it's one of the biggest reasons I don't like the slice of life genre as a whole. Because most of these shows in the genre tend to be really just either slow or super boring. And this show is not boring, but it's super slow to the point where it's just difficult. But either way, I am excited to see more. I still really am excited to see more. Now, just as a note, last episode focused on our trans male character and his relationship with this other girl. And as always, names escape me. If I even ever get these names down, it's not going to be for most of the series, to be honest. I'll remember them as the episode starts going, but still. But yeah, we're only doing one episode today because I do have to get to other stuff. And as such, I should probably get this going. And again, just to reaffirm, I am not dropping the show. I am not even putting it on watch. I am just wanting to say that if I do end up skipping a week, that's why. It's because this show is like not super exciting for me to get to each time. I'm more excited for the other stuff, and right now I need to focus on what I've got, and the stuff I'm most excited about is going to take up my most interest. So if I do have to take a week off or something like that, that's what's going to happen, but I'm not going to drop it. And and with as short as this series is, I'm not even going to go to the point where I put it on hold for a time, unless something obviously happens to me. Either way, let's get this started. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts, and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. Okay, and we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So yeah, this was an episode. In my pre-thoughts, I mentioned how I thought this series was not boring at all, but slow. And I definitely stand by that after this. But at the same time, just like I said, I'm still really enjoying this, and I think this is really good and important as an anime. And this episode definitely continued to prove that for me. and continue to show why I have no plans on dropping or even putting this on watch. So this episode, they get the assignment to figure out something for the cultural festival. Okay, pretty standard. And so the class decides, with some suggestions and all, they decide to put together a gender bender play. Basically, all the guys dress up as girls, all the girls dress up as guys, is the idea that was given. But as Nitarine is writing out the story and all, and then ends up having to work with Chiba, they end up deciding, instead of everyone, it's just going to be two specific people. They're going to do a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, except Romeo is a boy who wants to be a girl, and Juliet's a girl who wants to be a boy. AKA Romeo is a trans girl, Juliet is a trans boy. Yeah. And it's very clear that the ideas came from, of course, Nitarine herself being a trans girl, and, of course, Takatsuki being a trans boy. But then there was some more stuff with Takatsuki himself in this, specifically about body insecurities. And this is something that a lot of trans people really struggle with, and I'm one of them. It's honestly the hardest struggle, at least for me, with being trans. I haven't faced a lot of the attacks other trans people have, either physical or emotional. I haven't been constantly harassed by people in public about it. But every single fucking day, I look at my body when I take a shower, when I use the restroom, when I change clothes. I want to break down. Because I hate it so much. I hate having a dick. I'm sorry for the language specifically, but it's what it is. Would you prefer penis? I don't know. I hate having one. I hate not having real breasts. I hate having to put in breast forms whenever I go out. I hate people looking at me, giving me these strange looks as I go out. And I almost hate that people don't harass me, because it makes it feel like worse when they're just staring at me. I hate that I have to shave constantly. Whether it be my face, my arms, whatever else. And I wish I could be on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I wish I could be on estrogen. I know it wouldn't change everything, but it changed enough to at least get rid of a lot of this pain. And obviously Takatsuki in this show is going through kind of the opposite feelings. He hates having breasts. He hates it so much. He's so self-conscious. He hates wearing a bra. He hates people pointing out when he doesn't. Just being told to wear a bra makes him collapse in just pain. You could see it on his face. Being told he had to come to school wearing a bra, it hurt. It hurt him to be told that. To see him putting the bra on, struggling, hating the way he looked in it, looking at that outfit, the male student outfit he was given by his friend, and believing he can't wear that because of his chest. It so fucking hurts to see that. Because again, even though it's the opposite of my issues, I still feel that. I still feel that pain. Every single fucking day. It's one of the worst pains I've ever felt. And I was already uncomfortable with my body enough before I came out. And after I came out, after I really realized and accepted that I'm a girl, it magnified. It got worse. Just general uncomfortability with my body became hatred of it. I've literally fantasized about taking a knife and cutting off my penis. Because I hate it that much. And I want it to go away. But it doesn't. And it won't. And I know that. All I can do is try to make it better. All I can do is try to survive it. Wearing more feminine clothes when I go out, especially to places like church and stuff, where I have friends there who not only affirm me, a church family who not only accept me as I am, but use the proper name, use the proper pronouns, call me pretty. And it feels fucking good when people call me pretty or cute. It's the best feeling in the world. But then I have to look at my body, and it's like, every time I do, it's like I stop believing them. Their words, every time I look at my body, their words fade for me. And I'm back in that pain. I'll be honest with you. You may notice there are multiple reactions, days in a row, where I'll wear the same clothes, and that's because I don't want to get out of them. I don't want to take a shower. I don't want to change. I don't want to see myself naked. Because I don't want to see that. I don't want to believe that that's me anymore. I don't want to have to put breast forms in a bra just to feel like a girl. I want to have real boobs. But I can't afford to get on HRT, and it's a process as it is. I can't afford to get the counseling or whatever I need. I can't meet with anyone. And I don't have the money. And getting a job is terrifying to me because of basically what amounts to is practically PTSD from my last experience with that. So I'm in a no-win situation all the time. And I've had some help. People have donated to my GoFundMe, given me money to be able to buy a lot of these clothes and stuff. One friend even bought me my first bras. Another friend got me a wig back before I was growing out and dyeing my hair. And and the same friend who gave me the wig, she even gave me some of her makeup and some of her old clothes from when she was bigger, like I am. And it was awesome. I remember when we took pictures of me in those clothes, in the wig, in the makeup for the first time in December of 2017. I remember it clear. I remember feeling like a princess. Even though I didn't have my breast forms at the time, just looking like that. Having the lipstick, the eyeshadow, the mascara, the wig, the cute blouse and leggings made me feel like a princess. And there have been many times since then where I have. The first time I wore my breast forms out. When I wore my dress to the cosplay beach party I went to last year. The first time I got to go to my current church and be myself, and they accepted me for myself. Every time someone compliments the clothes I wear, the way I look, it feels amazing. But again, every time I see my body, every time I knowingly have to put those breast forms in, knowing that I have to do so because otherwise I don't feel right going out without them. And the only reason I don't wear them all the time inside is because, one, they cause a strain on my back to constantly be wearing that bra and the breast forms, and two, I'm afraid of how my dad will react if I did. My dad is not accepting of this. He refuses to call me by the right pronouns and name. And my brother, too. And they already have given me weird looks when I've walked in from somewhere wearing it. I've heard my dad call me a freak. I understand, even though it's the opposite side of things, I understand what Takatsuki's going through. And though he seemed cheery, Nitori noticed he was wearing the bra. And I think he knew, or I think she knew, I think Nitori knew that Takatsuki, wasn't truly happy there. That he was putting on a front. That he was trying to trick himself. Something I've done way too often. That he was trying to pretend to be happy in hopes that he would actually be happy. As I said before, this series is definitely slow-paced. But as I also said, while I have a hard time with that because just of my general interest, and maybe it's partly because of my ability to keep focus on things that are slower paced, it's important for a series like this to handle it this way. It makes it feel more real. And it allows me to connect with it in important ways. In ways that honestly I debate on whether I or not I want to. I, I, I'm unsure of whether or not I would want to connect like this because it hurts to think about it. But I think it's important too to acknowledge that hurt. Because I feel like acknowledging any pain you have is a step in helping stop that pain. That by acknowledging it, you'll be able to defeat it eventually. By hating the way I feel when I see myself naked. To the point where I don't even want to take showers most of the time. Where I don't want to just change clothes. Acknowledging that allows me to understand how much I want to change it. And hopefully one day I will. But I do need to acknowledge that pain first. I need to understand that there's a reason I feel like this. That because of how I was raised, because of how just our culture has raised people for so long, my mind automatically equates having this penis, having no real breasts, as not being a girl. My mind automatically views that as masculine, and automatically views breasts and a vagina as feminine. And that's not, I know that's not true. I know that's not necessarily true. But my mind forces me to believe that, and I hate it. There is a word for it too, and it's called gender dysphoria. It's the feeling of extreme uncomfortability of your body. The feeling that your body and the way you look doesn't match who you know you are. And as such, it pains you. Just like gender euphoria is just that extreme joy when you feel like you properly represent and look like and feel like your preferred gender, the gender you know you are. I don't know why I use the term preferred gender. That's not how it works. Because it's not preferred, it's just the gender you are. Either way. Clearly this episode hit me very, very fucking hard. And I'm glad for that. I really am. Because it means something. The fact that I'm this hurt right now means that this show did its job in displaying gender dysphoria. In showing Takatsuki's extreme pain at the way he looks. To the point where, as just a viewer, someone just watching this simple little anime, it hurt me so bad to see that. Not because Not just for myself, not just the pain I feel for myself, but I felt that pain for him. Because I know how bad it hurts, I felt that pain for him, a fictional character. And I felt that pain for friends. Friends who have to go through those struggles. I'm Connie and I'm signing off. Sorry for that. Sorry for my emotions getting out of hand. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles,